Lee Summit is your destination for big city vibes and small town charm.
Head to the downtown Lee Summit Farmers Market, where local meets fresh. Then grab a cup of coffee and discover a variety of shops and boutiques just around the corner. Continue the fun in downtown Lee Summit at a retro arcade bar. Discover your new beer at one of our 6 locally owned breweries. Cool off with some handcrafted cocktails at happy hour. End the night with live music and good company. Lee Summit, Missouri.
Hello, Lee Summit. I'm Jordan. Here's your flash briefing for the week of August 18th. City Council will meet for a regular session Tuesday night at 6 in Council Chambers in City Hall. Meetings are open to the public or watch live on the city's YouTube channel. If you can't watch, catch the recorded meeting on demand on the YouTube channel or by subscribing to the Council Debrief newsletter, which breaks down 3 to 4 key agenda items. Subscribe at cityofls.net. Mayor Baird's State of the City address packed the house, marking the first official public event at the city's newest destination, Green Street. Mayor Baird highlighted achievements and strategic investments made in public safety, infrastructure, and economic development, while sharing his vision for the city's future. The celebration continued with a ribbon cutting for Green Street's grand opening, an unforgettable kickoff to the weekend. You can watch the recorded State of the City on the city's YouTube channel. Green Street's grand opening was a huge success, and we want to thank all of those who volunteered their time to help over the weekend to make the grand opening what it was. Be sure to follow Green Street LS on Instagram and Facebook to keep up to date on what's to come. Have a 4-legged friend at home that could use a nice splash in the pool? Pooch Paddle is this Tuesday, August 19th at 5 p.m. at Summit Waves. It's just $7 a dog. Learn more at lsparks.net. Thanks for listening and have a great week.
Traditionally, we think as police officers, those responding to law enforcement needs within the community. But honestly, we are there to serve our citizens, and our citizens do go into crisis. They do have mental health crises, and we're being called to those scenes on a regular basis. In order to help serve those citizens better, we did initiate the Crisis Intervention Team Program. These are officers that are specially trained to de-escalate crisis situations. Recently, we've brought co-responders onto the scene, licensed qualified mental health professionals housed within our police department, and they respond with those officers directly to those scenes where a crisis is occurring so they can interact with that citizen and get them the help they need right there on that scene.
The co-responders are either a bachelor or master level in a behavioral health related field. They wear plain clothes, they don't carry weapons or anything like that.
I have a police radio that I listen to all day. Listen for, those key words: mental health, behavioral health, crisis.
There's a lot of officers that just call for me. I have my own radio number.
I also have the ability to self-dispatch to them and say 982 is en route.
Officers en route, 914, Armstrong.
So typically I arrive after they've made it safe. I'll make contact and get kind of the rundown, and then I just kind of jump right in.
Like, hey, my name's Allison. I'm a mental health professional. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to take you to jail or arrest you.
Sometimes all a person needs is a voice, someone neutral, someone outside that, can listen. I do a lot of safety planning, including family, their support network, who's close to you. If they're home alone, who can come over and hang out with you today? Can we lock away your sharps? Can we put up your meds? Do you need meds? Can we get you over to the urgent care to get you assessed for your medications? Some of them also are like, oh, I'm so glad you came. This made me feel so much better.
Our main goal as co-responders is to, one, get people connected to the services that they need, and also divert from emergency rooms and jails.
And they almost get a different view of the police responding. That lets me know you care and the officers care.
Please come up, please. How can we help you?
My husband has...
In 2020, we had 722 mental health related calls for service. 2022, by that time, 1,479. These mental health related calls for service are increasing. How we're responding to that is increasing the number of crisis intervention team officers we have available, as well as the number of co-responders we have available to respond on these calls.
So what I think is important for the community to know about the co-responder program is that we're here, we exist. All you have to do when you call 911 is ask for us. Say, hey, I want a co-responder to respond to this crisis, and we'll go. I was really struggling about 8 years ago on my personal journey with mental health, and I met some amazing social workers and amazing programs that have helped me get to where I am today. I really couldn't see myself doing anything else. We want to help, and that's what we love to do.
So I had a client, we got a call, she had some suicidal ideations, and she really felt that she had nobody. And and getting to know her story and getting to know who comes around and sees you, well, then we found a support person and they responded immediately. And we made a plan. I called back and checked on her in an hour, and then I checked on her in 2 hours. We were able to get her into the additional services to where she talks to someone every week or more. I just took a person that really just thought they had nobody and nobody would show up for them, and show them you do. And you'll be amazed who is in your corner if you just simply say, I need a little help.
Councilmember Hodges.
Thank you. I love where you guys are coming from. You're local and you're all kind of coming together. But where I'm struggling with from the last time that we talked about this, I think it was maybe October.
I actually grew up in my district. We moved here my sophomore year in high school. My parents still live in the same house, and I just went through high school here and then have stayed in Lee Summit ever since. The neighborhood that my parents live in is Canterbury. My favorite thing, and I still do to this day, is I love to go running. They have the best sidewalks. I feel like you can go for days. So now I still get to do that. Since I live not too far from them, I get to use those same routes that I took during high school, and it's just fun. All right, let's see it, Joe. Come on. We're a big soccer family. I love sports, I love to watch sports, and it's even more fun to watch sports when my kids are in it. I coach my middle daughter Josie's team, and I have since kindergarten. We do the basketball, we do softball, we're gonna do volleyball, and it's just so much fun. Something that I would like to accomplish while on city council is to get more family activities here. You know, I don't want to have to be driving my family to, say, the Kansas side or any other city but my own. And I want to be able to invest in our city and make family memories in our city.
Open the public hearing in the matter of K1 speed, diventures,
Crack Shack. Blue Jeans Golf.
Councilmember Hodges.
I just want to say thank you for bringing us to Lease Summit. I grew up at this. My grandpa would take us there, so I'm excited that now I have to take my kids there.
Bill number 23-0, pre-construction services for the downtown Market Plaza project.
I'm just as excited as everybody else about the downtown marketplace. I'm extremely excited about the community that it's going to bring, bringing more family things to do to the city and right in the heart of it.
When you presented the numbers, the first time you came to us, it was 25.5%, and then
people were like, oh, being on council, it's not a lot of work, I think it was a bit of a surprise when there's so much info that you realize you just don't know. Even something as simple as sidewalks. It's like you don't realize how much goes into something like that. After a couple months, I'm like, okay, I'm finally, catching the groove of how things work, learning new things, but also feel like I've got some things under my belt as well. It's been a great experience so far.
Welcome, everyone. Would you please rise for the invocation and stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance?
We gather tonight in gratitude for the opportunity to serve our community. May our conversations be guided by wisdom, respect, and a shared commitment to the well-being of all who call Lee Summit home. We are especially thankful for the safe and successful opening of Green Street and for all those who worked to make it a place that brings people together. Grant us clarity in our decisions, patience in our debates, and compassion in our actions. May the work we do here strengthen the trust of our neighbors and contribute to a thriving and welcoming city. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, again, welcome everyone. I'm calling to order the City of Lee Summit regular session number 47. Could I get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Hodges, Councilmember Rader, Councilmember Funk.
Present.
Councilmember Lovell, Councilmember Carlisle.
Present.
Councilmember Pryor, Councilmember Shields.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez.
Here.
Mayor Baird.
Here. Okay, first item on the agenda is before I do the approval of the agenda, I just want to say something real quick. We only have 5 members tonight, so that is a quorum, but it would take all 5 votes to pass anything because there are typically 9 of us altogether. So I would just kind of ask for council to consider if there is going to be a nay vote, maybe, maybe consider pushing it so that we can have a more full council discussion if we get to that point. If you would just take that under consideration. It takes 5 votes tonight. Yeah, for adoption. That's true. We could push something forward to the next reading with the first readings. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. We talked. All right, so the motion I have on the floor is a motion to approve the agenda by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. Passes unanimously. Thank you. Next is the approval of the consent agenda. I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. Next is Council Roundtable. I bet we have somebody that, Councilmember Shields.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say thank you to all the, especially all the members of staff that worked so hard to make the opening of Green Street so successful. I just got to stand there and hold the ribbon. Mayor had to do the hard work of cutting it, but there was a lot of very hard work that went into planning all of those activities, keeping them all safe. I appreciate all the public safety officers that we had out at them, and it was just a really remarkable opening weekend. So thank you all. It's been a long, long time coming, and you pulled it off beautifully. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? I will piggyback on that and say that it was, a long time coming. We talked about decades and decades. So it was a wonderful evening celebrating the ribbon cutting. But was even more fun, though, coming over here in the morning and seeing all those people in the farmer's market, in the public space, on the playgrounds. And they all flowed right around the corner to our downtown. I was telling Councilmember Carlisle before the meeting that, went to Whistle Stop and the line was out the door. That was really wonderful to see. And so, with that said, going to be a great time, and keep supporting those at the farmers market on the Saturdays and Wednesdays. I bet there'll be a crowd tomorrow. I can't wait to see. And I did get a text on that morning, and it scared me to death. I thought I was going to have a heart attack because I was so excited after the speech. Ribbon cutting, whatever, all of it, celebration. And then I couldn't wait. I was tired. I was exhausted, but I got up to go to that farmer's market, and I was in the car with my wife and family, and on our way, and I got a text that said, "We have a problem with the farmer's market." It was from Mayor Pro Tem Lopez. And my heart dropped, and it sunk so deep, so far in my stomach. And then I read the rest of the text, and it said, "We need to expand it." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to kill him." So
that's what Donnie Rogers, the same thing. He almost hit me with that.
So it was a good time. All right. Well, tonight we're probably going to have public comments, and then we're going to go into these ordinances, and we're going to see if Councilmember Shields can really get through all of them on her own. So that's going to be maybe a more expedient meeting tonight. But first, let's do public comments. Ms. Fallenleiter.
Teresa Vollenweider, 5201 Northeast Maybrook Road. There was a plat, I guess, that just got approved and is on the agenda tonight. It was done by Matthew Schlisch, and when I looked at it, it has no seal or signature or date in the box where that should be. And it has no watermark, and it doesn't say anything about don't use this until it has been signed and sealed. But I'm going to go on with a concern I have. This was a Development Services staff report by Hector Soto and checked by Kent Monter. That's important to note too. And this is where it says that the existing ag zoning classification allows for a single-family residential use of the property. However, the setback requirements of the ag zoning are significantly greater than the UDO's various residential zoning districts. So Carla and Nick Salas had a piece of property that was 4.93 acres. And so Hector came out and said it could have a house put on it like that. It did not need to be rezoned. This is the property next to me, and if the house had gone where Matthew Schlisch put it on the drainage map, which was about right there in the middle of the ball field, no problem meeting setbacks. None. But if you want to run a baseball business with a regulation baseball field, then you've just cut off that much of that property, and you've got to squeeze all that impervious surface in that narrow spot, and you can't meet the setbacks. So that's why this was more than likely rezoned to residential, because they couldn't meet the setbacks because they wanted a baseball field so they could run a baseball business. The dentist wanted a baseball field so that her husband could run a baseball operation there. Now, if you will note, I have hay bales along this side. There's a little break in them here, and then they start again. On June 28th of 2022, there was a fire there, and the fire was right in here.
All right, thank you, Ms. Vollenweider.
Here's the report for that fire.
We're going to move on, Ms. Vollenweider. 6 years of this, you take all those 3 minutes. I've been super generous. We're moving on with the rest of the meeting.
At 3 minutes?
Yeah, I've been more than generous than 3 minutes many, many times. So you've had a lot more than just 6 years of 3 minutes. So
3 minutes
that's all
isn't
you're
much to
getting.
begin with for public comments, and when I'm the only one here, I think we could probably go longer.
No, Ms. Mullenweider, you've abused that privilege time and time again.
You need one of
So-
these to check the temperature of hay bales, and I had one.
Here we go. Next, proposed ordinances forwarded from committee. Councilmember Shields, would you please read bill number? Okay. 25-150.
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill Number 25-150, an ordinance awarding the bid for project number 718 for the Sidewalk Gap Project Phase 2 to Myers Construction and Landscaping LLC in the amount of $279,567.50 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading bill number 25-150 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Oh, Councilmember, or Mayor Pro Tem Lopez?
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. It passes unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption of Bill Number 25-150, an ordinance awarding the bid for project number 718 for the Sidewalk Gap Project Phase 2 to Myers Construction and Landscaping LLC in the amount of $279,567.50 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt bill number 25-150 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote.
Aye.
Thank you. All votes are in. Please record the vote. And it's unanimous. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read bill number 25-151 for second reading?
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill Number 25-151, an ordinance authorizing the renewal of a lease agreement by and between the City of Lee Summit and BFRE LLC for a period of 6 years with options for one additional 6-year renewal term.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading, bill number 25-151 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Funk. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Aye.
Thank you. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It moves to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption of Bill Number 25-151, an ordinance authorizing the renewal of a lease agreement by and between the City of Lee Summit and BFRE LLC for a period of 6 years with options for one additional 6-year term.
Thank you. A motion to adopt bill number 25-151 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Funk. Discussion? Please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. Does pass unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, bill number 25-152, please.
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill Number 25-152, an ordinance authorizing the execution of a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission amendment to State Block Grant Agreement, Amendment Number 1 for project number 22-109A-1 by and between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission, granting federal funds in the amount of $71,550 for the construction of Runway 11-29, Taxiway Bravo, Taxiway Charlie, Reseal, Joint Seal, and Remarking Project, and authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. Councilmember Shields, motions to move to second reading, bill number 25-152, seconded by Councilmember Funk. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. Moves to second reading unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
All right. I now move for adoption of Bill Number 25-152, an ordinance authorizing the execution of Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission Amendment to State Block Grant Agreement, Amendment Number 1 for project number 22-109A-1 by and between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission, granting federal funds in the amount of $71,550 for the construction of the Runway 11-29, Taxiway Bravo and Taxiway Charlie, Reseal, Joint Seal, and Remarking Project, and authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. A motion to adopt bill number 25-152 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Funk. Discussion? Please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. And it's unanimously adopted. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, bill number 25-153, please.
Thank you. I move for second reading Bill Number 25-153, an ordinance authorizing the execution of an on-call agreement for professional engineering and planning services for the Kansas City Lee Summit Regional Airport RFQ number 2025-064 with HDR Inc. for 1 year with 4 possible 1-year renewal options, and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading bill number 25-153 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. Does move to second reading. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption of Bill number 25-153, an ordinance authorizing the execution of an on-call agreement for professional engineering and planning services for the Kansas City-Lee Summit Regional Airport RFQ number 2025-064 with HDR Inc. for 1 year with 4 possible 1-year renewal options and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 25-153 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, Bill number 25-154, please.
Thank you. I move for second reading Bill number 25-154, an ordinance approving a specialized aviation service organization SASO agreement between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri and Rebel Aviation, Inc. for a period of 2 years with continuing options for renewal to perform flight training services at the Kansas City Lee Summit Regional Airport and authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 25-154 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. Moves to second reading. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 25-154, an ordinance approving a specialized aviation service organization SASO agreement between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri and Rebel Aviation, Inc. for a period of 2 years with continuing options for renewal to perform flight training off services at the Kansas City Lee Summit Regional Airport and authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 25-154 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote.
Aye.
Thank you. All votes are in. Please record the vote. Passes 5-0. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, Bill number 25-155, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I move for second reading Bill number 25-155, an ordinance approving a sole source agreement in the form of purchase orders between the City of Lee Summit and Evoqua Water Technologies, LLC for a calcium nitrate solution, Bioxide for odor control, and for an amount not to exceed $300,000, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the city.
Thank you. A motion to move to second reading Bill number 25-155 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Funk. Discussion. Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. Moves to second reading. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 25-155, an ordinance approving a sole source agreement in the form of purchase orders between the City of Lee Summit and Evoqua Water Technologies, LLC for calcium nitrate solution Bioxide for odor control for an amount not to exceed $300,000, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the city.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 25-155 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Funk. Discussion. Please cast your vote.
Aye.
All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, Bill number 25-156, please.
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill number 25-156, an ordinance amending Chapter 20, Peddlers and Solicitors, Article 2, Identification Card, Section 20-29, Investigation of Applicants, and Section 29-31, Issuance Grounds for Denial of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 25-156 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion. I did have a question on this one. These next two, Mr. Head, are these, are both of them just for the downtown, or are both of them, or is just one of them for the downtown? Yeah, Councilmember, or Chief Forbes, sure. I know that was going to be a question tonight by someone that couldn't make it, so.
Mayor and members of council, Travis Forbes, Chief of Police. These are actually distinct. So this first ordinance is in reference to licenses for peddlers or solicitors who typically knock on your door and ask if you want to buy something. This is the licensing process. It gives the police department authority to fingerprint those individuals and deny applications for serious offenses, felony offenses in the past 5 years.
All right, you want to stay there for the next one then?
Well, Mr. Rucker may come down, but you bet.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Rucker can come down for the next one. Let's vote on, let's vote on this one.
We'll queue him up.
Is there any other discussion on the peddlers ordinance? All right, seeing none, please cast your vote.
Aye.
Thank you. All votes are in. Please record the vote. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 25-156, an ordinance amending Chapter 20, Peddlers and Solicitors, Article 2, Identification Card, Section 20-29, Investigation of Applicants, and Section 29-31, Issuance Grounds for Denial of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 25-156 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote.
Aye.
Thank you. All, nope, yep, all votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted, 5-0. Councilmember Shields,
Thank you,
please
Mayor.
read, yes, 157, please.
I move for second reading bill number 25-157, an ordinance enacting a new section 17-119, panhandling and aggressive panhandling to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to move to second reading, bill number 25-157 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion. Mr. Rucker, is this the one this is the one that is more defined by downtown?
Evening, Mayor Ed Rucker for City Attorney's Office. Yes, we define panhandling twice here. One is panhandling, one is aggressive panhandling. Panhandling itself is banned specifically in the downtown core and in the parks. Aggressive panhandling is banned citywide. There's a history in our city protecting an area called the downtown core that we want to continue to protect that, so we want people to be able to come downtown and not be bothered. But we respect the constitutional rights of people to solicit, so we permit that activity citywide as long as it's not aggressive. Aggressive panhandling would basically mean you're walking into Quick Trip and somebody says, hey, you want to give $5 for my church? You say no, you go in, you're fine. He says to the second time, are you sure you don't want to? He's crossed the line.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it does have a citywide reach to answer your first question.
Yeah, no, I've been there before. I get it. All right, thank you, sir. Any other discussion on this one? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Oh, your computer got fixed. Oh, good. I thought Councilmember Shields was going to get through this before you could get your computer to work, but all votes are in. Please record the vote. It does move to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption of bill number 25-157, an ordinance enacting a new section 17-119, panhandling and aggressive panhandling to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. I have a motion to adopt bill number 25-157 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion. Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, bill number 158, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I move for second reading bill number 25-158, an ordinance enacting a new section 17-120, loitering, obstructing the reasonable movement of traffic to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading, bill number 25-158 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion. Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimous to second reading. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption of bill number 25-158, an ordinance enacting a new section 17-120, loitering, obstructing the reasonable movement of traffic to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. I have a motion to adopt bill number 25-158 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion. Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, bill number 159, please.
Thank you. I move for second reading of bill number 25-159, an ordinance approving the 2025 and 26 Combat Drug Commission LESBI agreement by and between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri and Jackson County, Missouri, and authorizing the mayor to execute the same by and on behalf of the city.
Thank you. I have a motion to move to second reading, bill number 25-159 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion. Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It does move to second reading. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption of bill number 25-159, an ordinance approving the 2025 and 2026 Combat Drug Commission LESBI agreement by and between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri and Jackson County, Missouri, and authorizing the mayor to execute the same by and on behalf of the city.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt bill number 25-159 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Mayor Pro Tem Lopez. Discussion. Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It is adopted unanimously. Okay. Wow. Good job, Councilmember Shields. Committee reports. Councilmember Shields.
Okay. So we had Lee Summit Economic Development Council this afternoon, and they have delivered their written report as required under their PSA to the city manager, and I understand that he'll be providing that to the council so that everybody can be aware of their ongoing activities. Another important milestone that they're working towards is their strategic plan, to take the strategic plan that's already in place and try to work towards effectuating it and making sure that it meets the needs of the organization. So there was discussion today about setting up some committees over the next few months to go through that plan and be ready to have that fully in place by the end of the year, I believe, to be, again, in line with the terms of the PSA that we have with them. So I think they're continuing to make good progress. And then on Finance and Budget Committee, we met yesterday and had a pretty in-depth discussion about our municipal judges and continuing that discussion of duties and compensation. So I believe that's going to come to the full council before too long to talk through that a little bit more and see if we want to adjust the current compensation in line with some additional duties that they have taken on. And I believe that is it for me today.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Funk.
Thank you, Mayor. Covering the CEDC stuff with Chair Hodges out. CEDC covered a couple of topics on the World Cup for some ordinances staff is going to bring back to us regarding some mobile food vending, special events, and things like that. And then we also discussed the relaxation of short-term rentals through June 1 through July 31, 2026. The commission voted 2-1 to leave the existing regulations remain. The 1 no vote requested a further conversation at council regarding those. So that will be coming this way.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilmember Carlisle.
Thank you, Mayor. We met yesterday for legislative, and I think all the members are here. So, yeah. And we discussed the possibility of bringing on or adding additional services to our current state lobbyist for federal lobbying. So we have a couple different options to look at, and we are going to discuss that further next month. And I believe that was it. Thank you.
It was a good meeting. Thank you. Okay, council comments. Staff roundtable.
Thank you, Mayor. A few points to hit. August 21st at 4:30, we will cut the ribbon on the South Substation project down on Windermere and 150 Highway. So that's our next ribbon cutting teed up. I would echo the thanks to staff and everybody that played a part in the Green Street and Mayor's State of the City address and all the events over the whole weekend. I know that was a long weekend, but it was so fulfilling, I'll say, to see so many people smiling and just having a great time at that community asset that we delivered. And then lastly, Charter Review Commission, the application cycle has closed on that. We have sent all of you the various district applications. And so per the process that's been outlined, each of you as council members will review those and then submit your nominations to the city clerk no later than the end of the business day on September 9th. And then the goal is to bring those nominations forward for consideration at the September 23rd council meeting. So if it would be beneficial, I'd be happy to send out that process to all of you, just to remind you what that is. I'd be happy to do that, and then that way we're all synced up on that whole process. And that's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. We did have a closed session tonight, but we're not going to have a closed session, so we will not be reading into that meeting. So with that said, I'm going to adjourn this meeting at 6:33.